The old house on Maple Street had long been abandoned, its windows clouded with dust and its garden overgrown with ivy. It was the sort of place children whispered about, daring one another to step onto the creaky porch. But when 11-year-old Lily Thompson and her mother moved in, she saw something different. The house, she felt, was simply waiting to be loved again. One rainy afternoon, as Lily explored their new home, she discovered a door she hadn't noticed before. It was tucked away at the end of a narrow hallway, its handle cold and brass. With a gentle push, the door creaked open to reveal a kitchen unlike any she had ever seen. The kitchen was grand, with deep wooden countertops and copper pots that gleamed despite the dust everywhere else. A massive stone fireplace stood at one end, and an old-fashioned stove occupied the other. The room smelled faintly of cinnamon and something unfamiliar yet comforting. Lily stepped inside cautiously. As she did, a soft hum filled the air. The chandelier flickered to life, casting a golden glow over the kitchen. Then, to her astonishment, the rolling pin on the counter wobbled before rolling toward her. The cabinets rattled slightly, as if greeting an old friend.
"Hello?"
Lily whispered. At first, there was silence. Then, a cookbook on the shelf fluttered open, its pages flipping rapidly before settling on a recipe: Grandmother Elsie's Secret Apple Pie. Lily hesitated before reading the ingredients aloud.
"Flour, sugar, butter, apples."
A drawer slid open, revealing a perfectly measured cup of sugar. A sack of flour shifted slightly. The rolling pin rolled toward her again, as if urging her to begin. With a sense of excitement, Lily decided to follow the recipe. She placed a bowl on the countertop, and as soon as she reached for the flour, it lifted gently, pouring itself into the bowl. The sugar followed, and the butter melted itself in a small copper pan nearby. Lily gasped in delight.
"Are you enchanted?"
The kitchen seemed to hum in agreement. For the next hour, Lily worked alongside her magical kitchen. The knife sliced the apples into perfect pieces, and the dough rolled itself into a smooth, golden sheet. The oven door swung open expectantly as she placed the pie inside. A warm, cinnamon-scented breeze filled the air, wrapping around Lily like a hug. As the pie baked, she glanced around the kitchen, realizing that it felt alive, not in a frightening way, but as though it had been waiting for someone like her.
"Who used to live here?"
she asked aloud. A cookbook fluttered open again, this time to a faded page with a name written in elegant script: Grandmother Elsie. Below it, in smaller letters, was another name: Margaret Thompson. The door creaked as her mother entered, drawn by the delicious scent.
"What's all this?"
she asked, eyes widening at the perfectly baked pie. Lily hesitated. Would her mother believe her?
"I think this was Grandma Elsie's kitchen, and I think it still remembers her."
Her mother's eyes softened as she took in the warm glow of the room.
"My grandmother used to tell me stories about a magical kitchen. I thought they were just tales."
Lily handed her a slice of pie. As soon as her mother took a bite, she smiled. "This tastes just like hers." She looked around the kitchen, then at Lily.
"Maybe it was waiting for us."
From that day forward, the kitchen became their favorite place in the house. Together, they baked, cooked, and filled it with laughter. The kitchen, once abandoned and forgotten, was alive again, not just with magic, but with love.